Hi there and welcome. Today's topic is book dedications. How to write a book dedication in about 5 minutes or however long this show goes for. Today's show is brought to you by the Structure Success video training, which is we come up with an outline for your life story book, and I'll have more about that one at the end. But big welcome if you're new to the show. Really thankful if you're following, subscribing and liking the show, because Forever Young Autobiographies is all about learning how to write life stories for family and friends so that unique memories can live on. To kick it off today, we're in the month of November and there's being thankful. It's the month of Thanksgiving. We've got Christmas just around the corner. It has been a really big year and we've made it this far. We have a lot to be thankful for. So today's show is dedicated to dedications. Book dedications are one of those things that fly under the radar. You're writing your autobiography or a memoir, a biography or another life story project. There's lots going on. You're planning the book, you're writing it, you're polishing it and editing it, getting it published, and then suddenly you're at the end of the process getting ready to print and, book dedication completely slipped my mind. And that's really common. And so today's show is all about what exactly do we put in a book dedication? And I've got some examples for you, different types. So let's get to it. Okay, we're going to start with, firstly, what is a book dedication? Let's clear that out from the outset. A book dedication is a tribute, usually to one or more persons, living or dead, written by the author. It usually takes its own page at the front of the book, roughly about page 3. So you've got your title, maybe your copyright section, and then you've got the whole page to do with the book dedication. Now, it can be written during the layout phase when you're laying out your book or when it's close to nearing the end of the book process. But you're going to definitely do it before printing. Now, not everybody has a book dedication, and that's fine. You don't need to have one. It really is the choice of the author. So if you feel like it, great. If you don't have to do it. If you do decide to take or include a book dedication, we need to figure out what type of book dedication you're going to use. So there's got to rewind a little bit and just go through the different types of book dedications. So it starts back in the day. Historically, an author would do a book dedication to basically as a shout out to a patron or someone famous. They might have contributed financially to the process, to making the book, or the authors put in a dedication in the hope that they might get some financial return for that, almost a kind of flattery. And that really does hark back to the real importance of a book dedication. It is immortalisation in print. It is a huge honour. So there's that factor, and it was the first thing most readers will read when they open a book. So it's really important to set the tone of a book. And so there's different types, of course, like historically for patrons. But in today's era, mostly book authors are using the type of dedication to show the support, their greatest support in the production of a book. So yeah, support is one type, showing that support. A second type would be a dedication of showing your affection. Another would be to show a connection maybe to someone. Then you have, of course, giving thanks. We're giving thanks to someone. We might be encouraging, also inspiring someone. So there's some broad types for you. So moving on to the next section. Okay, we've got that clear. How do we write a book dedication? So I'm just going to say you're going to probably thank someone close to you. So this could be your parents, your spouse, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, someone close. And you're going to make it short and sweet. It's going to be in body copy font, italics and centered. And you're going to probably do that as you're reaching the completion of your book preparedness, getting ready for print. Okay, but there is no hard rule, so that's just a very broad generalization of how you could write a book dedication. It's definitely not the law. So many people have got creative with their book dedications. It really is up to you as the author. You could use a book dedication to give an opinion. You could use it to give a political opinion or a political idea. Even reference a specific time or generation. Then there's some funny ones. People reference their pets, maybe an item or an object, even a place you can do a book dedication for. You can make them funny, you could make them shocking. You could even use a photo. I've seen that done, one photo or a couple of photos maybe of people that you're thanking in your dedication. And finally, the ultimate is to thank the reader for picking up the book, or you're dedicating it to them and their reading of your work. So really is a broad spectrum of what you could put in a book dedication. And if you're still looking for ideas, I suggest you go and have a look at your bookshelf. Flick through the books and see the different dedications that authors have used. Also head to your library and to your local bookshop and you can see all the different ones there. And don't forget to head online. That's my favourite tip. Head online to booksellers there, such as we've got Amazon Books. If you open the page for a specific book, you'll get a book cover. And usually near that cover on the top right hand corner, there's a little arrow that says look inside. And when you do that, you get to flip through the virtual book and you can read all the different dedications. Now, many of you know on this show I review books, life story books, and I've done quite a few this year. And I looked back to see all the different dedications. I mean, we've had wives, we've had grandmothers, there was friends, people others had worked with. There were short ones, there were really long ones. So massive variety. And you can see all the examples for the different books that I've read this year and the dedications that come with them over at my website, which is foreveryoungautobiographies.com/book dedication. I've got some great ones in there. I've got Michelle Obama. I've also got rock and roll legend Jimmy Barnes. There's a whole gamut there of different authors, so you can see exactly what they've put for their own life stories. So that's pretty much what I've got for you today. I'll just recap. We've talked a little bit about what is a book dedication, the different types of book dedications, how to write one, and where to find more examples. So just some amazing secrets to what is book example and different examples of where to find them. So my aim for you is to make sure that you're now able to write a heartfelt book dedication without any stress, without any worry. You're going to be on the ball for that one. And again, this is just a snippet, just a summary of a full article I've got on this topic over at my website. So go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/book dedication. Again, lots of links, helpful tips over there, plus more detail, and you can see examples of the books that I've reviewed this year, their book dedications. So please have a look. And while you're over at the website or while you're here with the show with me now, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear who you're thinking about dedicating your book to or a loved one's book to. Always great to share that. So leave me a comment, or you can always go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/contact. Drop me a comment, ask me a question, more than happy to get back to you. So I mentioned the Structure Success video training earlier. This is sponsoring the show today, and this is a free training that you can sign up for today just with your email, and I'll send that out to you. And basically I'm going through some exercises helping you get memories and key events to the surface, and then organising those in a basic structure, a basic outline, so you know what you're going to include in your book. Having a bit of clarity is really important when you're tackling a life story project. So to get this free training, you need to go to foreveryoungautobiographies.com/structure success sign up. I'll leave a link for you, but that address again is foreveryoungautobiographies.com/structure success sign up. I'm again really happy if you could follow, subscribe and like the show, because then you'll know when I'll have another topic out for you, and that'll be coming up really soon. So until then, everybody, happy writing.